Fire in the hole! Well, it ain't quite fire yet, but it'll be there soon. Today we're going to make some kicking crab and corn chowder. So as soon as those coals get hot, we'll get the pot on the grill and we'll get this party started. Okay, so pot's on the stove getting hot. First thing we got to do is make a roux. The way you make a roux is you put some olive oil in the pot. Quite a bit of olive oil, I'd say. And some flour. And cook that up. Let's move that onto the fire. Let's stir that around until it gets kind of brown. And for this dish, I don't know if you can see that or not. Kind of a paste of the flour and oil, and you want a light roux for this one. You don't want a real dark roux. If we were making a gumbo, we would want to darken that roux up some, but we're just going to have a light roux. And you just want to brown that flour up. That's going to help thicken everything up. I need a little more flour. That's our roux. And you'll roux the day you don't make a roux. You got to make a roux. It's Cajun. This is Cajun cooking. So our roux's getting dark, and it's time to throw in the most venerable of all Cajun ingredients, which is of course the Holy Trinity: diced pepper, onion, and celery. Into our light roux. I'm going to stir that around a little bit. Get that cooked up. Going to move them off the direct heat. Don't want to burn it. Yeah, that smells good already. So we're going to cook that up. And I'll pause it and bring you back for the next step. Okay, that's been on there a couple of minutes. The longer you cook that, the sweeter this is going to be, because if you caramelize that, it'll make a really sweet chowder. So you cook it as long as you want, and that's how sweet it'll be. I'm not going to cook it all that much, just a little bit. The next thing we're going to do is put in some vegetable stock just to cover it. And I should be using crab stock, but I got my crab already out of the shell. You know, I didn't cook the crab, it was already taken out of the shell. But if I had the shells, I would have boiled them up and made some fish stock. But I didn't have them, so I couldn't do that. And I'm also going to, at this point, add a little bit of corn that I had left over. I made some corn on the cob the other night, and I'm going to put that in there. That's not all the corn that goes in it, but that's just a little bit to get it started. Get that going. Then flavors start to, what do you call it? Let them get acquainted in there. I don't know. So it's already starting to thicken up. So I'm going to add a little bit more stock, because I don't want it to thicken just yet. That roasted corn is going to be good in there. And also at this point, I want to add some of the crab, not all of it, but about a fourth of what I have. I've got 16 ounces of crab, so I'm going to add about 4 ounces of crab right now, just to give it some flavor. And that's some nice crab meat, just to flavor that up. That roux and that stock. Looking good. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of cayenne pepper. About a teaspoon of cayenne. That's like, okay, that's a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And I got some Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. Not even sure what's in that, but I'm sure it's good. Tony Chachere, he's got to be good, right? So we'll put that in there. Stir that up a bit. It's giving it a beautiful flavor, color to it. To our Kickin Crab chowder. Looking good already. Okay. I'm just going to let that cook up a little bit. Bring you back for the next step. Let those flavors all get that stuff's bubbling up real nice. So what we're going to do now is, even though it's pretty thick, I got some corn and garlic that I mixed together in a food processor and pureed that up. And that's actually going to make it even thicker and give it some more good flavor. I got about 4 cloves of garlic and some more of that corn that I pureed up in the food processor. I think I'm going to put a little bit more of that vegetable stock. And at this point we're going to add the rest of our crab. The rest of our crab meat's going to go in there. Ah, yeah, look at that stuff's good. I got another one of those. And all that's got to do is simmer a little while, and it's done. Oh, we got to put a little paprika in it yet. Okay. We'll get the rest of the crab in. Just to give it some color, I'm going to get that stirred in there. Ah, yeah. Corn and crab. Look at that crab in there. Can you see that? How's that look? Smells like heaven. It's got a nice color. Oh boy. Oh, I wish you could smell that. It's cooking kind of fast. I don't know if I'm going to have a time to drink a beer or not. Well, yes, I'm going to have time. I'm going to make time. So all that's got to do is simmer a little while longer on there, because that crab takes no time at all to cook. It's kind of like shrimp or fish in that respect. A little bit of heat and it's done. So I think it's time for the most important part of my video, which is the frosty root boy mug and a bottle of brew. So let me get that going. And that's the end of our crab and corn chowder. And I'm also going to make some burgers with that. But next week, or maybe the week after, I'm making a very special burger for a very special contest. Ballistic Barbecue burger contest. And I got something crazy on my mind. So stand by, let's get the root boy mug, have a beer, and we'll finish off this kicking corn and crab. You know, I'm so worried about the corn, the beer, I forgot the cream. Gotta put some cream in there. Finish this off. We gotta put some cream. Need about a cup of cream in there to make it nice and smooth. And I totally forgot about that. We're going to stir that in. Oh yeah, now we're talking. There we go. There we go. Now we got something going. See, I'm worried about the beer, and I'm thinking about Ballistic Barbecue's burger contest, and I forgot the cream. Swell. Also, I got to put a little paprika in there, just to give it some more color, because it's too yellow looking. So we're going to put some of this red paprika, and red and yellow makes what? I don't know. Red and yellow makes green, actually. I don't really want it to be green. The paprika, give it a nice color. Ah, it smells superb. That smells wonderful. Kickin Crab. Ah, it smells just like it's supposed to. There's a restaurant in town where we get this stuff, and they serve it, you know. My wife loves it. Kickin Crab chowder, and she's going to be real surprised when she gets this, and it tastes just like it's supposed to. I don't know why she should be surprised. She's surprised that I'm able to do anything. I got to show you my beer. If you remember last week I had some I beat the Purple Haze. Well, this week I have Turbo Dog. What's that look like? I don't know. It's got wheat on it, so it must be a wheat ale. Let's see how that's going to do. Oh boy, is that dark. That looks good. Yeah, that's a nice dark ale. Look at that. Look how dark that is. It's almost black. Alright, let me quaff the froth off of that. Oh man, that hit the spot. Turbo Dog. That Purple Haze was such a disappointment. Didn't taste like raspberries at all. So finally, my Kickin Crab chowder is done. Just got to simmer a little bit. Turn the pot. Doesn't get too hot on one side. Got my cream in there. That's a piece of that roasted corn that didn't get quite break up. How's that look? Does that look good? Ah, it smells like heaven. And I'm going to put some burgers on, and that's going to be dinner. Okay, I think we're done. So that's Kickin Crab and corn chowder for your viewing pleasure. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week, or possibly next week, or possibly the week after, to see my burger that I'm going to enter in Greg's contest. Now, you know Ballistic Barbecue, that's a big time cooking show, so I got to do something special for him. So I'm going to be making a special burger for him. So anyway, that's it for this week. Kickin Crab and corn chowder. Thanks for watching. See you next time.